Okay, hello everyone. I hope I am audible and visible. Let me just have a quick tech check so that I can just know whether I'm audible and visible properly. That I can just Yes, I'm properly audible and properly visible. Hi Sachin, hello. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Yes. Okay, so in any case, if feel any sort of voice that is breaking or अगर मेरी आवाज तुम्हें थोड़ा बहुत गड़बड़ लगे तो please don't mind. uh, not having a very good throat these days. Okay. Yes. So I hope आपकी study perfect चल रही होगी and your exams are, I guess, over, board exam kind of thing, and you are perfectly fine and you are available for the next lot of exams that we are going to see. So here we are for the fortnightly current affairs. The event, like fortnight was completely full of events. Like अगर मैं कल तक की बात करूँ तो है ना, we had seen the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. We had seen the issue with the Putin and ICC, and then we had seen the issue of Arvind Kejriwal asking for the एजुकेशनल डिग्री ऑफ मोदी जी एंड आरटीआई पे बहुत सारे अलग अलग टाइप के टॉपिक्स जो हैं अलग अलग टाइप की न्यूज आपको देखने को मिलेगी. Apart from that, we had seen certain violence at the domestic level at Bengal, at Bihar, on the occasion of Ram Navami and some other particular thing. Right. So we are having like full of week which is full of events and all other thing. Last 2 weeks were full of events. So out of them, we got two topics, right, that we are going to discuss. And please don't miss any topic. You are aware about how you are supposed to study current affairs, right? We had that session जो कि current affairs के उसमें था, मतलब syllabus analysis and how we are supposed to prepare current affairs, how we are supposed to study it. If you haven't seen it, make sure to see it, and I'll try कि मैं उस जो वीडियो है उसका लिंक जो है कमेंट में डाल के पिन कर दूं, right? And before without any delay, let's start what we are having today. Okay, see the uproar in Israel. Right. Did you had you seen that particular those news where you can find like Israel is full of protests. People are protesting at Israel at certain level. They are protesting outside the home of Prime Minister. They are protesting outside the parliament. They are protesting at different level. I would guess you had seen those news. Right. The reason behind this is a new law, right, on judiciary. यस, जुडिशरी को लेके एक नया नियम जो है वो इजराइल ने अपने लेवल पे पास करने की कोशिश की, एंड उसको पास करने के बाद द पीपल स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग लाइक दिस इज अगेन अ डेंट गोइंग टू बी अ डेंट इन द democracy, and it is going to overpower the parliament is going to overpower the judiciary won't have that sort of authority where they can behave like the protector of the human rights, etc., etc. The thing is, why this topic is relevant, because last time we were discussing something and somebody asked how the topic is relevant when it comes to the exam. The thing is, India is also having this kind of particular debate and news these days that the government is not very happy with the appointment process of judges in the High Court and Supreme Court, which is collegium system. The government wants to implement the NJAC, National Judicial Appointment Commission. The Supreme Court is not in favor of NJAC. They are considering it against the structure of constitution, basic structure of the constitution, and the debate is going on. Some particular member of parliament said something. On the other half, this other particular opposition party said something. The people from the ruling government said something, the judiciary people said something. So ye continue hai, India is facing same sort of incident, same sort of event, and similar is with the Israel. So Israel is a Israeli parliament has planned a new law that is going to overhaul the judiciary, right, which actually led to a massive protest across the country, including Jerusalem, including in front of the PM house, etc., etc. The thing is, sorry, the people from like people from different background, people from different political opinion, they are together in the nationwide protest against this particular law, because they believe it is against democracy. It is going to end the judicial independent judicial system in the country. So that is why they are protesting. Now we are going to discuss what is in the like condition, what is in the law and all other thing. But before that, let's have some background. The thing is कि this particular law, मोटा मोटा हिसाब अगर बात करें तो this law is going to give the parliament an ultimate power. So if judiciary has convicted someone against the corruption, against some crime or anything, the parliament is going to have the power to cancel that particular conviction or decision, right? And that is the reason people are not happy with that. और इसके पीछे रीजन है क्योंकि नेतानो गवर्नमेंट जो करंट वर्किंग है, करंट फंक्शनिंग है, वो बहुत नई है, एंड सम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट पीपल आर फेसिंग सम court cases, right? So there is a background. Let's find out what is the what is in the law. Okay, so current scenario is something under the current system, the Supreme Court of Israel has the power to strike down the legislation if they are in the violation of the basic law of the country. So, agar parliament is making some sort of law that is not going according to the basic laws of the country, right? The Supreme Court has enough power to nullify that particular legislation or to strike down it. Right. And the new law, right, the reform that is being proposed in the new law for judiciary is these. All right. Okay. Knesset, that means the Parliament of Israel, will get the full power in making the judicial appointments. So the parliament is going to have the full power whom to appoint at the higher level of judiciary. That means they can appoint judges, they can appoint the bar members, they can appoint the committees which is associated with the judicial practices. They can transfer people from one court to another court according to their will and all other things. Right. So first thing. Second thing is SC shall not review the laws legislated by the parliament. So Supreme Court is not going to have any authority in a reviewing process whatever law the parliament is passing. Right. The third provision, like second provision is quite simple. आप कुल मिला के सुप्रीम कोर्ट की अथॉरिटी को क्या कर रहे हो? Zero कर रहे हो. The third one is the parliament will get the power to overrule the orders. So if Supreme Court said that A for apple is the final order, the parliament is going to have power to change A for ball. Okay, they will be like, no. We, the parliament, we are saying apple is not for A, apple is for B, right? And they are going to change it. The next one is about the appointment of legal advisors. Yes, the law proposed about the law is also having provision regarding the appointment of legal advisors. Right now, they can have like people from independent authority, right? Not from the Supreme Court or something. So सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एक और अथॉरिटी जो है उसको कैंसिल करने का प्रोविजन है. एंड द लास्ट वन इज कोर्ट shall not hear appeals that are against the government decision. That clearly means if government has took a decision, the court won't have any authority to listen to any appeals, right, that people are filing against it. Right. So these are the proposed reforms that this law is having. Right. Quite suspicious. What do you think? Is it looking suspicious? Yes, the thing is, the overall conclusion is something like that. That if the parliament wants, parliament can achieve any sort of independence, any sort of order, any sort of particular power, and Supreme Court cannot do anything against it. In our judicial system, when we are talking about India, right, Constitution gave an independent judiciary, which becomes the like protector of our human rights, which become the quite simple thing. अगर मैं बोलूँ तो हमारे अगर human rights violate होते हैं, or is there any law that is being proposed or passed by the legislative which is against our particular human rights and our basic structure, the Supreme Court has authority to strike it down. right? Similar is with this Israel as well, because they are also democracy, right? And this particular law is going to kill the concept of the independent judiciary. So that is the current scenario, and these are the proposed reforms in that particular law. Right. I hope you are clear with this. Now let's have some background check as well. Right. As I told you that Netanyahu, right, returned as the prime minister in the early like December 29th, and they had seen the most right wing, the extreme most right wing government in the Israel history. When it comes to right wing, that is like quite simple concept. Ki the parties or political ideologies which are directly associated with the favoring of any religion are the right wing parties. So, in the Israel's history, this is the most right wing party or government that we are seeing. Right. Now, as I said, that even before the new government, right, there were some people who were under these some corruption charges, right, and they were also having certain law that was like allowing anyone who's convicted or who is being like firmly told that this guy is a criminal can have the authority as a minister and all other thing. So the thing is, ki, this is not just a new thing, or this is not just a one law. Because of that, people get excited and they will like, let's go and have protest. These kind of reforms were continuous from last 7 months, 6, 7 months that we are seeing, right? And after 6, 7 months, people were like, that's enough. We should actually protest into that, right? Apart from that, this can also allow two ministers in one office. I mean, why the hell anyone will need two ministers in one office? Right? That clearly means they can actually satisfy the alliance and all other thing. Currently, when it comes to the appointment and the independence of judiciary in the Israel, the selection committee is the thing that actually select the people for judiciary, which is having the Ministry of Justice, like Minister of Justice, like the President of Supreme Court, and the other two senior judges who discuss about the people who are supposed to be in Supreme Court or any other court. Right? So they actually want to change entire thing. I hope you are clear with the all the topic, all the particular content that we discussed. Yes or no? Okay, I'll take it as a yes if it is not a no. Okay, so the thing is, when it comes to question, what kind of question that can be asked? See, this particular law is questioning the independence of judiciary. That means entire like Indian constitution, which is associated with the judiciary, right, can be a good question. Right. Apart from that, there are like people, for example, who is the Prime Minister of Israel and what is the name of the party that he belongs, right? And is there any particular thing that is important accordingly? Those are particular thing which is important, right? So these are the direct question. Just make sure to know the authorities under this kind of provision. Who's our Ministry of Justice किसके under है? Who's our Chief Justice of India, what are the provisions that is talking about, what is NJAC, what is collusion system, etc., etc. Moving on to the next topic. World Happiness Report 2023. Okay, so before we start this topic, I wish you all the happiness and I wish that whatever makes you happy, right? Logical things, whatever makes you happy, uh, वो सब तुम्हें मिल जाए, है ना? Illogical thing नहीं है ना कि हमें रात भर में ना एलन मस्क से ज्यादा अमीर बना दो, that will make me happy. No, no, no. You have to work hard for that. So recently, what exactly happened? The Sustainable Development Network has published the World Happiness Report, and this is like sixth year in a row where Finland is in the rank one. Yes, Finland becomes this like happiest country, that is sixth year in a row. From last 6 years, including this, Finland is in the like happiest country. Apart from that, you can see the Denmark, Israel, Iceland, Netherlands, the northern European countries, and Israel. Then you can see some other countries like Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Luxembourg. These are the top 10 most happiest countries. Like these are the countries which actually majorly belongs to Europe. Israel is not from Europe, but still, right? And this particular kind of data, this particular kind of report is published under certain polls, certain criteria. India is also in this rank, in this particular index, in this report, but India is not very happy according to the report. India ranked 126 in the World Happiness Report. Okay, so that's the conclusion, that's the basic. Let's come to the major part of it. So, who publishes this particular report is the United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network, which is also known as UNSDSN, or somewhere directly mentioned as Sustainable Development Solution Network. राइट, इन्होंने 2023 की लाइक वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस रिपोर्ट और उसकी वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स जो है उसको प्रपोज किया. नाउ एसएसडीएन इज समथिंग व्हिच वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 2012. यस, यूनाइटेड नेशन ने एसडीएसएन जो है उसको 2002 में स्टैब्लिश किया था. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 2002, right, they are working toward the implementation, working toward the research, working toward the problems regarding the sustainable development goals, regarding the peace agreements, regarding the climate change, right, and global cooperation. So overall, the way we are having a think tank like Niti Aayog, the UN decided to have their own kind of think tank. That was SDSN, that is United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network. So this is the particular organization that actually publishes International Happiness or World Happiness Report. Okay, so what is in the report? What is report is saying? Right, since 2012, the World Happiness Report has been released. That's a very good question. कि first edition जो है वो किस साल आया था? Right, and this is again like releases at the 20th of March. This is the place, this is the day that is termed as International Happiness Day. या ये वो दिन है जब हम अंतरराष्ट्रीय प्रसन्नता दिवस मनाते हैं. That means we actually make people aware about why you are supposed to be happy. Right, that's ironic that we are supposed to make people learn about why they are supposed to be happy, but that's okay. Right. And now, every year they consider different number of countries. For example, last year, this was last year that was 150 countries that they had actually were in the ranking. This year it is 136 country that were in the ranking, and India is 126 out of 136. Not a very good rank. Okay, and they decided to have six major criterias on the on the basis of which they are going to decide the happiness. That includes the social support, that include the uh, income, that includes the health condition and health services, that will include the freedom of choices, freedom of expression, etc. That will include the absence of corruption and generosity. So these are six criteria जिस पे लोग जो है पोल करते हैं, and polls पे क्या करते हैं, पोल पे अपना पोलिंग करते हैं और अपने जो भी कंसर्न्ड वो है थॉट्स हैं उसको एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर दैट they actually compile those data, that particular those polls, and ultimately they publishes world happiness reports. Right, this year अभी के टाइम पे इन्होंने not only the ranking, not only the consent, but they also had the state of a world in 2022, the report of states of the world, various states and how they're performing, in which particular parameter they're not performing well, in which parameter they are performing well, etc. So that is about the basic of report. Let's come to the outcome of the report. As I said, sixth year in a row, Finland becomes the most happiest country. Right. Denmark is at number two, followed by Iceland. Then we had Israel, then we had other countries. Now, the new entry in top 20 is like from last 6, 7 years, we had find no new members in the top 20 most happiest country. But this year, we had find the Lithuania at the 20th spot, and this is the new entry in top 20. So that was another outcome which is beautiful. Now, which country performed the best? That is Finland. But which country performed worst is Afghanistan, our neighborhood. Yes. You are aware about the condition of Afghanistan, the way last 2, 3 years are like quite painful for our neighbors. Right. Functioning government collapsed. The Taliban took over the governance. the freedom of people started compromising, the freedom of women started compromising, and that is the reason the Afghanistan becomes the unhappiest country in the world in this World Happiness Report. And some other countries like Lebanon, Sierra, Sierra Leone, and Zimbabwe, they are another those particular countries which are amongst the most unhappiest countries. Now, talking about India's condition, India is in 126th rank out of 136 country. Not a very good result for India, right? Yeah, like अगर हम 136 countries के happiness index में 126 condition में है, that means there is something which is missing when we are like world's largest democracy. Right, and that is something which is not at all good. Last year, it was 146 countries that were in the picture, and India ranked 136th. That was again not very good. Now, the thing is, why this data is not very accurate and why this data is like a bit scary. Not accurate because not majority of people in India are aware about the World Happiness Index and report. So the polls which are conducted for India, I'm pretty sure majority of people who are unaware, they never actually express their concern, and people who were aware, who were part of that poll, they were actually like very less. So India concerned me sample space come here, but still this particular report is this particular ranking is still scary because not only this report, but there are some other reports which are giving the kind of data that actually verify, that actually justify this sort of report, this sort of position in the of India in the World Happiness Report. But hope for the best. We are one of the strongest nation. We will come out of it. Now, I got a question for you. As I told you earlier, जब भी हम किसी index या किसी report की बात करते हैं, तो we talk about the organization which publishes. We talk about the first edition or which number of edition it is. We talk about who's in the rank one, who's in the rank last. We talk about the rank of India, its improvement or decrement. But I told you we also going to talk about India's position in the geopolitical region of South Asia. So today's PPT, I decided not to put that topic, South Asia में India की performance कैसे है, whether we are happier than our neighbors according to report or unhappier, right? That is something that you are going to find in your notes. Questions clear hai? I have like repeated the question just like a minute ago. So that was the World Happiness Report. I hope you get the point. I hope you get the report completely. Yes, I'll take it as a yes. So now we are into the second section of our right today's session. That is objective question. So simple है. आपको आंसर करना है. I'm going to ask the question and you are going to answer in the chat box. Right? Then we will discuss the question. Question number one, the Reserve Bank of India has approved the use of its national currency for the bilateral trade settlement between India and which country? So the question is कि Reserve Bank of India ने bilateral trades के लिए अपनी national currency को approve किया है किस country के साथ? Options are Somalia, Afghanistan, Tanzania, Angola. Okay, Sachin is saying C, that's Tanzania, or koi anyone else? Okay. Heth is also saying C. Anyone else? Okay, the correct answer is option number C. So there is this particular term that is known as SVRAs, right? Which is known as Special Vastro Rupee Account. Okay, so not only Tanzania, there are 18 African country through जिसके साथ हमने ये particular deal की है RBI ने, and the Indian currency is going to use for the bilateral trades of these countries and India, and they just have to get a new specific kind of account that is special Vostro Rupee account, and through which they can have direct trade on the R in the R national currency. So Tanzania is amongst one of them, but there are 18 different countries, 18 different federal banks which become part of it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Time magazine has released the list of greatest place in the world in March 2023. Consider the following statement about the list. Number one, the list is issued on the annual basis. The list includes 50 places of the world. The four sides of India have been included in the list. Select the meaningful answer using the code. That clearly means select the correct answers. Select the correct statement amongst them. Options are one only, only two, one and two only, one, two and three. Come on. So Sachin का कहना है B, that is two only. Head का कहना है C, that is one and two. Harshita का कहना है D, that's all. Manan is also saying D. The correct answer is option number C, one and two only. Yes, undoubtedly, they are that particular list is issued on the annual basis, and there are only 50 places in the world that has been considered in it. But India के चार नहीं हैं, just two sides of India are part of that list. One is Ladakh, another one is Mayurbhanj. Right? So there are two particular places of India that is part of the 50, right, far-flung familiar spots. That is the most greatest places in the world. Okay, not four. That's, yeah, one from Ladakh, one from Odisha. Okay, so question number three is on March 2023, the Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog launched ATL Sathi. Okay, that is the name ATL Sathi. Which of the following is not correct about the four pillars of ATL Sathi? Right. So we are talking about Atal Innovation Mission and we are talking about ATL Satin. Question is कि इनमें से कौन सा चार pillars में से एक नहीं है? The options are self-reporting dashboard, cluster-based approach, performance competency matrix, complete SOP for school. Come on. Never heard of this question? Okay, Sachin is saying A, that is self-reporting dashboard. Okay, I guess it's B, that's cluster-based approach. Harshita is also saying B. Anyone else? Okay, the correct answer is option number D. Yes. Now, the thing is, ki when it comes to ATL Sathi, right, we are talking about Atal Tinkering Laboratories, that is the full form of ATL, right? And जो Atal Innovation Mission है, ये इसी के अंडर रहते हैं. The thing is कि this is about how we can actually establish, right, the approach for different level of education, different level of skill toward the industry and other thing. So recently they decided to have this ATL Sathi that will have a self-reporting portal which is known as My ATL, right? Yes, that is the dashboard. That is going to be the website जिसमें वो self reporting होगा अपने आप जो उसके criteria उसके marking जो उसके particular like criteria fulfill करते करते उसकी ladders ऊपर जाएगी वैसा complete होगा. The approach is going to be cluster based. That means industrial and skill based. The performance competency matrix, that means every single institution is going to see the performance and its competition whether they are doing good in the area or not. The last one is complete SOP for school. नहीं भैया, school को इतनी independence they are not going to give. So they are just going to give you an SOP or a kind of platform for compliances. Those compliances are going to be like associated with the academic या आपने marks जो है आपको कम आए हैं, you can go with that, and financial. So it is not like D is not a pillar of it. The correct pillar for the Atal Innovation Mission is compliances SOP for school, not complete SOP. ओके, पीआईबी प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो ढूंढना तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. मूविंग ऑन. Where was the Summit 2023 of the Research and Innovation Group of G20 countries held in March 2023? So, Research and Innovation Group है ना, of G20 countries summit March में कहाँ हुई? The options are New Delhi, Jaipur, Dibrugarh, Bangalore. Sorry. Okay, Jaipur, that's option number B. New Delhi, that's option number B. A, sorry. C, that's Dibrugarh. Sachin, that B, Jaipur. Correct answer is option number C, Dibrugarh, Assam. Yes. Uh, Research and Innovation Initiative Gathering, right? Also known as RII. भाई देखो, प्लीज डोंट गेट बोर्ड, बट G20 जो है तुम्हें रह रह के हर महीने में 2-3 बार मिलेगा. इंडिया गॉट दी presidency of G20, right? That means the event, the incidents, the missions, the initiatives, everything is going to have some part of G20 that is supposed to be there. So recently, the Ministry of Science and Technology decided to have this gathering, which is known as Research and Innovation uh, Initiative Gathering, which is known as RII, or some places RIIG, right? That is held in Dibrugarh, Assam. Approximate 100 plus delegates were there. They were discussing about how we can have more innovative approach, what kind of initiative we should take so that we can go toward the sustainable scientific technologies, etc., etc. Right? So that happened at Dibrugarh. Again, बच्चे लोग, it's not necessary that G20 है, बड़े ग्रुप का इवेंट है तो वो न्यू दिल्ली या बड़ी सिटी में हो. राइट, व्हाट आई सेड, हर चमकती चीज सोना नहीं होती. Okay, so just make sure to have those data properly. Moving on. Where did the second Indo-Pacific Economic Framework Dialogue 2023 concluded in mid-March 2023? So पूछा जा रहा है कि second phase of Indo-Pacific Economic Framework Dialogue and Negotiation, ये दोनों चीजें होनी चाहिए वहां पे, that happened in 2023 March. कहाँ पे हुआ? The options are Bali, Doha, Brussels, New Delhi. Okay, Head, what will be the benefit from this? But say, from being my side, whatever I have studied, whatever I have learned from my elders, there is a simple thing. If we want to initiate a new thing, if we want to have a new initiative toward the better future, the first step is discussion and ideas. Right. So there are chances that they are discussing something in this, like these subordinate summits of G20, but ultimately they can come to a conclusion, and at the G20 summit, the main G20 summit, they are going to take some initiative regarding this. So that is the reason कि ये हो रही हैं. They are undoubtedly quite beneficial. Okay. That is something कि हम start तो करें कहीं ना कहीं से, है ना? So what will be India? So sorry, options are option number D, that's Delhi. Fun short videos is saying B, that's Doha. Health is saying C, that's Brazil. भैया Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, IPEF, Indo-Pacific, right? जरा लॉजिक लगाओ. The correct answer is option number A, Bali. Yes. Uh, this Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, इसका second round of dialogue and second round of negotiation जो है वो बाली में हुआ. There were 13 countries which had countries like US, Australia, right, Brunei, India, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, South Korea, है ना? Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand. अब एक आधा बच गया हो तो तुम देख लेना. है ना? So these are the countries which were part of it. They like, if you can see these countries, okay, you can understand why they are together and who was their common topic or common kind of people's country that they are supposed to right oppose. The thing is, they are making this particular economic framework, this particular cooperation dialogue. just to have like a proper flow of a machinery which is going to have proper mutual cooperation. They created some pillars like fair economy, fair trade, clean economy, supply chain, right, and free trade, and initiation for anti-terrorism and anti-extremism and some other thing. So these are particular some topic that were discussed, and these were the like countries negotiator from these countries were part of it. This dialogue, this particular negotiation is going to take place in places and different time, and ultimately they are going to come to a conclusion for this kind of framework. So this second round of dialogue and negotiation for Indo-Pacific Economic Framework was conducted at Bali. Next question. So consider the following statement related to World Tuberculosis Day. विश्व क्षय दिवस के लिए इन statements को ध्यान से पढ़ें. पहला, this day is celebrated every year on March 23. The main theme of this day this year, 2023, was yes, we can end TB, that's tuberculosis. Which of the following statement given above is or are correct? The options are only one, only two, one and two, none of the above. बताओ. C, that's one and two. New Delhi, I guess, Sachin. Sachin is also saying C, that's both A and B. Het is also saying C. Okay. Okay. Everybody is saying C. हर चमकती चीज सोना नहीं होती. हर स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन का आंसर ऑल ऑफ द अबव या सारे स्टेटमेंट नहीं होता. द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, ओनली टू. भैया वर्ल्ड ट्यूबरक्लोसिस डे जो है वो सॉरी क्लोसिस डे जो है वो 24th of March को मनाया जाता है, नॉट 23rd of March. And yes, we can end TB is the correct theme for 2023, but the date is 24th March. Right. थोड़ा थोड़ा ठंडा रखें, be cool down. Moving on. Consider the following statements regarding the subject-wise QS World University Ranking 2023 released in March 2023. So these statements are about the QS, subject-wise QS World Ranking 2023. The first one is, according to this, Harvard University has got the top position in the arts and humanities category. MIT, that is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has topped in the engineering and technology category. It has included 44 Indian courses in the top 100 globally in various disciplines. Right. So statements hai. Ab question hai, which of the statement given is or are correct? Option number A is 1 and 3. Option number B is 2 and 3. C is 1 and 2. D is all of the above. Come on बच्चे लोग, बहुत 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 easy है. Okay, Sachin is saying C, that's 1 and 2. Manan is also saying C, that's 1 and 2. Come on. Okay, One Shot Videos is also saying C. Okay, so the correct answer is D. Okay, ठीक है. I said all of the above, सबका आंसर नहीं हो सकता. That clearly means कि जरूरी नहीं है कि सभी के सभी का आंसर all of the above नहीं होगा. Yes, all the statements are correct. Harvard got the top position in humanities and arts. MIT got the top position for technology engineering. Right, 44 Indian courses in the top 100 globally, consider किए गए थे, and there were 54 total disciplines that were under this sort of setup, जो भी अलग-अलग उसमें है. Okay, so please, जरूरी नहीं है ना. Let's move to the next one. Consider the following statements. Okay, statement one. The US-based Silicon Valley bank went bankrupt. It was established in the year 1983 in the Santa Clara, California. It was the 16th major bank of America, that is USA. It was mainly funded by the tech companies, ventures, capitalists, and certain types of startups. Which of the following statement is or are true? Okay. Options are statement 1 and 2, B 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, all of the above. Yes, yes, yes है. Statement based question आता है. बताओ answers. Okay, got confused. Sachin is saying C, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Head is saying D, that's all of the above. Head, are you playing like blind or something like this? कि नहीं इस बार तो तुक्का मारते हैं. Let's take some risk. My short video is also saying D. Thank you, Purple. Yes, the correct answer is option number D. The correct answer is option number D. Yes. Yeah, I can understand. Yes, 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 yes. Your fluke was correct, and this is something you can see. The thing is, this bank is funded by companies, tech companies, and capitalist ventures, and the certain type of startups. And it was established in the late 90s, 1983, and it went bankrupt because of some, if I'm not wrong, like close to some $30 billion deal and some $30 billion loss, something like that. So this is the bank that went bankrupt, and it was the 16th largest bank in the America. Moving on. In March 2023, the central government, right, to whom Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, okay, so that is something which is who has been appointed as the new CMD, that is Chief Managing Director of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. The options are G. Krishna Kumar, Rajiv Kumar, Siddharth Mohanty, Arun Kumar Singh. No, not Chief Managing Director. That is Chairman and Managing Director. Yes. Okay. C. Siddharth Mohanty, according to Sachin, not from me. Anyone else? BPCL, that is Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, is one of the major PSU that you are seeing. You know, it is one of the most profitable one as well. So one short video saying A, that's G Krishna Kumar. Okay. नहीं सुना? The correct answer is option number A, G Krishna Kumar. Right. Like an electrical engineering graduate from NIT Trichy, management graduate from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management and Studies. Right. And he is one of the like person which is dealing with lots of different PSUs and boards like Public Enterprise Selection Board, like Director of Finance in the BPCL, later on the Jamnagar refinery and all other things. So finally, he is being appointed as the chairman and managing director of BPCL. Right, that is Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Moving on. Consider the following statement regarding the International Day of Forest. Again, a statement-based question, right? Don't worry, you are going to handle this. Okay, so the question is on March 21st, 2023, this day was celebrated all over the world. Second statement is in the year 2023, the main theme of the day was forest and climate change. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Options are only one, only two, one and two, none of the above. Come on. Okay, Sachin is saying A, that's only one, matlab that means the day only, है ना? Anyone? No? The correct answer is option number A, only one. Yes, it is celebrated as an awareness day to conserve forest, to protect forest, to make sure that people associated with the forest, like the tribal culture and the, they are also supposed to be conserved. So, 21st of March के दिन हम ये awareness day मनाते हैं, right? And the theme of 2023 International Day of Forest was not forest and climate change, it was forest and health. Right. The theme was forest and health, not forest and climate change. Try to find out which was the first year the International Day of Forest manaya gaya tha. So this is it from my side for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. I hope तुम्हें मजा आया हो. Right. I tried to maintain the language Hindi plus English so that every like people from every background can enjoy this lecture. है ना? Hindi plus English जरूरी हो जाता है. So, if you are English background, you can also aware like understand the content, and if you're Hindi background, then also. So this is it from my side. I wish you and all your loved one a good health, good mental health. Just make sure to stay motivated, stay positive for your studies. I'll see you soon. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Harshita. Thank you, Balraj. मिलते हैं. Good night, guys.